Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So, I reset up the train, I went back, I unloaded, and I'm back here at the first rig. It's basically ready to be unloaded. It's full. It's got 100,000 units of jet fuel and diesel. As you can see. And we've taken all the oil out of the ground. Yeah, let me start the music here. Let me start the music. The game's gonna slow down now. That's alright. Yeah, so we've that's what I've been up to. So the rig has jet fuel and it also has diesel, right? So what I needed to do is I split this train into two parts. One part is for diesel, one part is for jet fuel. As you can see there. Yeah, and then I had to build a bunch of accessories so I can get to the fuel from the train track. So that's what this car down here is. Got a whole bunch of these things on it. So there's a lot of accessories. I just kind of wanted to go over it if I can. The new system is ready. It just needs to be built. So. All right. I modified this thing a little bit. All right, so we'll release the bin, put it in reverse, and we can do that. You want to unlock the boom. Oh, forgot to release it from the trailer. Where is that right here? Okay, so all these things do is they just extend the hoses. That's all they do. They extend the hoses, right? And they have magnets on them, so they'll sit on the ground. Alright, so this one, I'll crank this up to 15. It just takes a little bit. Like I say, the machine is slow. So, we'll come around. We can take these two off of, I guess it doesn't matter. We'll use the two that are on the trailer. I'm not even in alignment here. There we go. Okay, perfect. Alright, so now what we want to do is this one will connect to the trailer. So, let's see, we'll grab a hose. And we'll go from there to... We'll go to the other side here. There. Now, I need to tell it to go out. Oh boy. So we'll go out on here. We will release it, and then this one also we want to go out on. There we go. Now there's magnets on this little thing, so that way it sticks to the ground. Because the hoses have weights, right? They're weighted, so they're gonna want to pull each other closed. So in order to avoid that, we have to magnet this to the ground. So that way it doesn't want to pull towards the train, and the train is already secured because it's the train, right? So. Let's see here. Just want to make sure it's going out still. Right, it's got these magnet feet on it. So it'll take a couple. I should have sped up the. Forgot about that. I should have sped up the winches instead of just leaving them at the default setting. You just gotta go slow. If they pinch together, it'll stop winching out. So, like that. Unfortunately, you just gotta wait. I should make sure it's also expanding on the train. Yeah, you see how slow it's going? I should have cranked up the speed. My bad. And this one will be the same. This one should be the same over here. Oh. Oh no, this one isn't going out. Ah! There we go. That's for the lower one. Ah, I was confused. Alright. Now, I don't know if the total length should be 300. Each one should be 150. Yeah, see, we're at 150 there. So the total length should be close to 300. So anyways, while we're waiting on that, I can continue to go closer to the rig. Well, we pretty much want to go as far, as close as we can. But we don't want to overstretch the hose. I want to make sure that there's still some slack on the hose. Ah! Alright. The sun should come up here in a minute. it'd be easier to see what I'm doing. Yeah, you see the hose there? See how it's all doing? It's you really got to be careful with this stuff. And you'll see it, just watch the hose there, it'll start to get tight. When it starts to get tight, that's when you want to stop. You don't want to let it get so it pulls you. Like we're getting there, we're getting there. Ooh, see how long that hose is? Alright, so I gotta go forwards a little bit. That's too tight. Alright, so now there's a little bit of slack on there. So what we're gonna do now, there's magnets on the bottom here, so we want to turn on the magnet so that way it doesn't, see, as it's flipping around, it's gonna want to spin this. And then the other thing we want to do is attach that to here so we can pass through. Alright, so then if we go forwards with this, alright, that's a safe way to deploy something like this. So long as it has the magnets on it, it's going to stay where it's at. It's not going to pull itself back towards the train. And that's what you don't want. You don't want the objects to pull themselves. Because what happens is, that tension on the hose will grow and grow and grow. And then the game will just glitch. And it will throw the object that's attached to the hose wherever it's going to go, right? It's just going to cause a big error. So, how do you fix that? I don't know. That's a Stormworks thing. But it makes sense, right? Because you're putting so much tension on the hose that it just causes a glitch. That's all. That's all that is. That's all it is. So. I know all about that. I have videos where I've sent huge ships to space. Huge ships. Alright, so we need to grab another one. We need to do this again. This should get us all the way to the rig, though. And then we can start draining one type of fuel. Then I'll have to do it again for the jet fuel. But it's these types of accessories, right? If this is the, you know, this is the whole thing about Stormworks. Is you have to like build the accessories, right? So I had to think about what could these things look like, you know, and how could I use them, right? Wait, is that? Oh, it's almost, I can almost see the alignment out there. Although I can't tell if I'm how close I am to it. There we go. Perfect. Now this one, all we have to do is disconnect this one from the train. Oh, and then we'll get this set up here while I'm here. So hard to jump with a hose. Plug that into there. Now that should be... Yeah, there we go. Put that in reverse. So it's kind of neat, right? Everything is modular. Everything kind of, it's got batteries on it. Everything sort of handles itself. Full system. It's all got keep active blocks on it as well. So long as it doesn't fall through the map. There it is, way over there. We should be okay. There it is, right there. Yeah, this will get me right up to the rig. Should get me right up to the rig. It's a long ways. It's a long ways. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we'll take a hose from here, and this is going to go out. We're going to plug it into here, and this one's got to go out. Perfect, and then that's going to pass through to here. There we go. And then this we can just carry to the rig, or if we don't have enough room, we can go back to the train and we can get another one. As you can see, there's a whole bunch there, just in case. And you just have to leapfrog, right? We're just leapfrogging all the way to our destination. And we want to make sure that there isn't too much slack on the hose, because that's going to cause errors as well. Which is why there's a whole bunch on the train. It's just, you know, take your time. Almost there. Got it. So this is where tweaking the speed of the winches helps. Can you imagine having a massive winch? Oh man, and it just goes slow. I'll have to fix that. I'll have to fix it. All right. Well, while we're just waiting here, let's get this going again here. And come on. Almost there. Almost there. Just have to extend a little bit more. Yeah, so like I say, each little element has a keep active block on it. So if you set this up, for example, and then went and did a mission, the whole setup won't despawn. Tractor might despawn. No, everything's got a keep active block on it. So everything should remain where it's at, which makes it really handy. Because in this case, so the train can hold 150,000 liters of liquid. So in the rig, it can only hold 100,000. So I mean, you know, but it's going to take a while to get that, right? You'd have to several hours. So if you get bored and you want to do other things, you can go and do other things. And you know what? I should make sure I can plug this in before I. So we'll check on the rig. Oh, this thing looks so cool. Alright, so this rig is finished. Alright, all the oil that's going to come out of the ground is out. There's no more oil to come out. And we've got 100,000 jet fuel and 100,000 diesel. So what we need to do now is export it, and then I can decommission this rig finally. So let's see, we'll start with diesel. Start with diesel. Oh, there's some containers in the water over there. Alright, so if we plug this in like that, oh cool, and it reaches. So then if we want to extend this a little bit, we can, right? Oh, let's see here. Whoa, go to the other side. Alright, and then just put this forwards. Just like that. Now that should be bringing fuel to the train. Oh, there is a variable brake on there. I thought there was a variable brake. W and S. All right. All right, so then we go all the way back to the train. So this is cool. So then I'll do this again, but I'll do it for the jet fuel. I'll do that on my own time and set it up. I just wanted to, because the first video there, I just showed taking the containers to the rig. But I think this is a little bit better. You know, it's easier, that's for sure. There's a lot less handling back and forth. You know, whatever your thing is, right? Yeah, and then I have little extenders on the back there. I'll show those here. We'll use one. So it was going slow the last time, right? When we had to bring the container all the way over to the rig and it didn't have access to good electricity, it was going slow. But this is surprisingly fast. This way is surprisingly fast. All right, so I'll just do that. I'll leave this running because I have to set it up again for jet fuel. But we'll come over here, and so I have these guys here. They're just extenders. So if for whatever reason there's not enough length, let's say, because this is only 40 meters, so maybe we can't get all the way. So then we'll do that. We'll send that out, release it, and then these you have to be careful with. These, they'll fall through the map. They're not totally perfect, but you know, they work in a situation like this. So let's see if we can get all the way up to the front, right? Because in theory, that winch only gives us 40 meters, so we might not be able to reach all the way. Let's try. We can get to there. All right, so I could. The hose is too short to adjust. Yeah. All right, so if I press this, look at how fast that's filling up. It's filling up way faster than it was before, right? Because we have access to electricity all the way. Now, I don't know why that didn't extend here. Oh, it's going slow. That's why. Right, so when this is fully extended, we should be able to reach the first container. And then, so when it comes to the jet fuel, we'll have to route that through to this setup here. And then I would go in here and out here, so that way you have 150, which should get you all the way to the front of the train. So yeah, basically just like that, we are extracting. The train can just sit right there. So now I got to do the same for jet fuel. This thing is fast. All right. Perfect. Now this one here is it? Yes, cool. So then there's, or I'll back this out first a little bit here, and then looks like I need some more weight on the front. It's meant to handle containers. Alright, so we'll set this up like this. And then we'll take another hose. And we'll tell this one to expand. And we'll have to plug this one in over here. So it's good. It's good to have all this equipment, because you never know, right? And every vehicle needs kind of like its own setup, needs its own sort of equipment, right? And so then what I would do for here for the jet fuel, because we have to go so far, is I would even just route it through this winch here, which is connected to there, and then let's see. Grab another hose. Tell that to go out. Plug it into there. And then we can just borrow a hose from here. That should get us, hopefully, up to the jet fuel. Let's try it out here. So we do that. And then I'll see if I can extend our... Now, if we can't get all the way, there is an exit pump on these, so I can always just chain the bins together, and it can always work that way as like a worst case. But there you go. As you can see, we made it all the way to here, so I can start at least filling that up, right? We turn it on, and then like I say, on the other side of these bins there's an outbound port, so you could chain them together if you really wanted to, if you didn't have the app. But I think we have the room here. I think everything's going to work out. So yeah, so that's going to kind of do it for this one here. And let me see if I can extend the diesel to the front if I can. These will hold 28,000. Look at that. It's already at 2,300. Yeah, let's see if I can get all the way. Oh yeah, that's perfect. And then the diesel, I probably, the jet fuel, I don't know, we can go from the back to the front, or from the front to the back, it doesn't matter. I'd like to go from the front to the back. See if we'll make it. Oh, that's cool. Cool. Yeah, so that is pretty much going to do it there. And then if these were oil, obviously I'll paint them black and I'll get one set up for oil. Because we'll have to figure that out with the refinery and stuff. Once we've drained the continent, the only way to get oil is from the sea. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be really interesting. Yeah, so then I can just extend this to there, drop it off, grab the other one, extend it. We'll do that right now. Basically, I think I can go just as fast. I figured this is probably the easiest way. But the only other way is to make like little vehicles, right, with bigger winches on it. You know, but it's all pretty much the same thing. It's all pretty much the same. Just the little deployables. That's cool. I can't wait to decommission this rig. Oh, that's gonna be cool. We're gonna leave one close to our main base, which is gonna be our inland refinery, and then I'm gonna have to figure out how to make a setup like this out into the sea, so that way ships can come in full of oil and they can just unload right into the refinery. I could buy the ocean one, the ocean platform. I was thinking about that too, and just making it into like a big storage thing. We'll see where we go with that. Here, let's step this up a little bit. Should be fully extended. All right, so I could drop this one right here. All right, we'll get another one. And they're magneted down. So the thing of this too is that if you're in career mode, where you have disasters, I don't know what the disaster setting on this one was. I think it was an hour or something ridiculous. So if a tsunami or something comes through here, they'll be safe, right? Because they're magneted down. The train will be safe. We'll grab this. We'll grab this one on the end. Is what we'll do. Grab the one on the end. Sure, it's in reverse. Oh, nice. That was a good grab. Yeah, so that is pretty much that. It's amazing what you need sometimes to get a little job done. The different types of equipment, everything. And of course, this thing's so quiet. I got the headset on here. If we can turn this to. And we'll get that rolling one more time here, and then that'll do it for this one. So we got to do the same thing. We got to pass through the pipe. I didn't want to connect it that way on here with a T-pipe and stuff. I wanted to make it that way you could, you know, try and make it as modular as possible. All right. So we'll stop here. Fall out of the tractor. All right, so now this one here we want to go out, and that can come into this one here, which we also want to go out. And then we'll take this here. Cool. Now just wait a minute for the hoses to extend. We'll have to wait a little bit longer than that, I guess. They're all turn the magnets on. I'll get this thing ready. So, and then if they get low on power, I don't know how I can recharge them. Didn't really put. I should put a port on all these. I'll do that next. I'll put a port on them so we can charge it. But they should be pretty reasonable. Like, yeah, you know. All right. Look at that. The spaghetti. Trying to look through the map. Oh, come on, a little bit further, a little bit further. All right. So now that we've got that, yeah, there's no more oil coming out of the well. It is officially drained. So yeah, there we go. Just got it, and then we can see out a little bit. All right. Now it should be pumping. We can even check from here if it's pumping. Looks like it's slowly going down. Oh boy. So it could be going up because we're actually processing fuel, so we'll have to check it on the other side. All right. So we come all the way back to the train. It takes a little bit of setup, but that's basically that. And then we can drain because we need to drain both at the same time. We can't just drain one. If we just drain one and leave the other one full, it won't refine, right? Then we'd have to come back and get the other one. So I thought, how do we do both at the same time? And this seems to be a really good setup for that. It just takes time because we have to drag all the elements out, right? Connect them together, make sure we get to the rig. But this will work, and there's enough there. You know, we could go almost a kilometer if we needed to. So. You know, now that I've used the tractor, I'll speed it up, especially for this, just for driving. So I'll put some more weight on the front of it. Just balance it a little bit more. We should be able to check. We should be able to go around to the other side and check. Whoa! That looks kind of weird. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I've tipped over. Oh no. Let's see, how do we rate this here? Oh, really? Stop dragging away. Oh, it's gonna get too far away and I won't be able to plug it in. Oh no, we can't plug into there. Okay, so if it's spun around, should be able to just grab this like that. Pull it back up. Whoopsies. It's just going a little too fast on that one. Okay, so... Oh, boy. Wonder how I can get it to go the other way. Anyways, we'll just pause that for a second. I'll figure that out. I just want to show that we're filling up the train. This is massive. This is the distance. Alright, so there's diesel. Not bad. Should be getting jet fuel as well. Oh, yes. Yeah, so you know, it's going. It's going. It's taking its time, but it's going. So that I gotta figure out how to pick up this machine. Ugh. I think I know how I'm gonna do it. I think I know how I'm gonna do it. If I let's see here. We'll have to use one of the other winches. Let's see, we'll bring this in. And then it should just pick it up. It should just pick it up. Hopefully. Not quite. Not quite. Okay. So now I need a rope. Rope? Yeah. Now I need to find out where that winch is. Oh boy. There it is on the top side there. And that's where the buttons are. Okay, so let's see if I come across to here. Come across to here. Like that. I guess there's an anchor there. Oh yeah, I will do this. Oh, can I get up there? Oh, just barely. There we go. No. Oh yeah, jump onto the trailer. Jake, jump onto the trailer, please. Jump up there, please. No, don't go that way, please. Nothing like having it and then losing it right away. I should have disconnected the cable. Oh, come on. Go forward. There we go. Oh, get out of the way. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. There we go. So, as you can see, it's good to have lots of rigging around as well. Winches, connections, whatever. It's good to have just in case you mess up. That is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I really do. The likes, it's good. Yeah, that's kind of, in a nutshell, that's sort of what we're doing. So then what I would do is I would park this over by the engines without flipping. Hopefully I don't flip again. And it's got some electrical cable connections on it. And you'll see on the engine there's some output for electricity. So that'll keep this charged while you're waiting for everything to sort of fill up. We're running it all off the train. Yeah, I'll speed this up a little bit. Oh. Probably stop. Is it this one here? It's got all the. Yeah, this one here. Perfect. And we'll turn that to 0. We can turn that to 0. And then we can turn the monitor off. And we can turn the systems off. And then the parking brake is on. Yeah, I'll plug this in over here. There we go. Now it's running off the train. Cool. Everything is set up. Then just kind of just hang out in the train and wait till it's time to switch bins. Like I say, each bin is about 28,000, so. And this way you're safe. If a wave comes in or something like that, you're safe in the train. Cool. Well, thank you so much for watching. Again, liking and subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the videos. I hope you're seeing, I'm just showing kind of things that we can do in Stormworks to extend our range with the vehicles. And yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.